We are live. This is very scuffed at the moment.
All right, we're here.
All right. So it's
Word.
live on YouTube, yeah?
Yeah, we are here.
Alrighty, folks.
All
Well,
right.
Evan, let
Yeah.
everybody know what's been the madness for the last 8 minutes and 30 seconds.
Yeah. What's up, with y'all? We appreciate everybody for tuning in. Sorry for the slight delay here. Good brother Wes, he is out today. He is on the IR. He had a emergency, so we are taking over here today. We were trying to figure out the login to the YouTube and whatnot. So happy we got it rolling and everything. Really special episode today. We have one of, if not the biggest designers out in the game right now, especially from the East Coast. We got Reeyonce here, and we've already got everybody here on the main stage. So everybody clap it up, man. A special guest here today. Episode 22. How you doing today?
I'm doing well. I can't complain. Yeah. Other than the weather being up and down, I can't complain.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we're gonna change that whole mood around. We're gonna be on up today.
Yeah. It's easy to be gloomy when the weather is bad.
It's all right.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, shoot, I keep forgetting that it's gloomy out by y'all. I think it's chill. I'm in Arizona, contrary to the name, but
yeah.
I
was like, wait, it's nice over there, like Jersey.
Yeah. No, you're good.
You're on the far end
of
the other side of the earth, right, Jersey?
That's how the tri-state is, no doubt.
Oh my god. We have a super special episode. I mean,
yeah, talk
I can say a magnitude of things about who you have been, who you are to me, to Evan, to the whole community. I think we're gonna touch on a little bit of your whole story as a person coming up in the hat community, as an athlete, as a hat designer. You are an all-rounded person, and I think you are one of the most unique people we'll have on the show so far. And I just can't wait to pick your brain, hear your thoughts on certain designs from the community, from us personally. So we're gonna get into a lot today. So hopefully you're strapped in and we are ready to go.
I'm ready.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, I think first and foremost, we gotta show what we got on the mata today, what everybody's wearing. Let's see here. Julian, you want to go first here? Let me get you on full screen.
Yeah. Hey guys, so I still don't have a ring light. Wes told me about 4 episodes ago to invest in one. So I'm sorry, I'm not gonna give this hat the chance to dance like it usually does. But we have a great Reeyonce project. This has been one of my favorites of hers, and I have her about a good clip here of just her work.
Man.
So yeah, this is crazy. This is when I first met Ree for her lids drop. I think I was like one of the first people at the store. It was like 10 degrees outside, but I couldn't miss the drop. As a Yankees fan, as a Reeyonce fan, it was just a full circle moment, and that literally solidified me wanting to do hats after having the conversation with her. And there's a lot of emotions that go into this show for me personally. So yeah, this is a dope hat, and thank you for giving this to us.
Yeah, no doubt. Definitely, like one. Probably, I want to say my favorite from that pack.
That was a crazy one too. You gotta love a good Yankee script.
Yeah.
Especially done like this.
And especially the right Yankee script, because there's another one that I don't love. Like I like
the one with the Y that goes under, yeah.
Yeah, I like it on the digital art, but then when you put it on a hat, it looks completely off. Like, not my favorite, but
for sure. Yeah.
What do you have on the hat? What do you have on the mata, Evan?
We're in solidarity here. It's a Reeyonce day. We got the Kobe at the Rucker. Crazy one.
It's such a simple.
I think that one is actually the 2.0 version.
Yeah.
Of the Kobe at the Rucker.
Yeah, I mean, I think I believe this was my first introduction to your hats. Speaking of Julian bringing up other hats, I know I've got.
I was ready today. Like
I
I
was about to
was
say, I know I got at least
super
one
duper
more.
ready.
Yeah,
Yeah, that one is crazy.
I got the Starbury.
yeah, Starberry.
Yeah, probably one of my favorite Knicks players, and just kind of one of my favorite personal NBA players of all time.
Yeah.
For me, my dad is a Minnesota Timberwolves fan.
Hmm.
And so all I would hear about from back in the day is him, KG, and Sam Cassell. And
Yeah.
then once I started getting into basketball, I grew up in New Jersey, so it was like, all right, dope. He played for the Nets for a second. Then he
Yeah.
played for the Knicks, which is who I watched. So
Yeah.
yeah, a lot of cool connections there. Yeah, and then we will go ahead and let's see what you are rocking today for the show.
All right. Don't mind the hat head, but I got this Colorado Rockies 30th anniversary patch. Um, green UV.
That's clean.
So brown bill, lavender, and then I think that's like a pine green or a mountain green. I don't remember which color exactly I used for the threading. Um, and then orange button. This one is I think I'm gonna call it Aspen Nights. It's
Wait, it's
basically
not out yet?
no, it's
It's
coming out this weekend.
shit.
Yeah, it's coming out this upcoming weekend with Hat Dreams. It's part of a female pack that I put together
Oh
with a couple
man,
other women. So giving them their time to create. And that's what I
Wow.
that's what I plan to do is just like keep pushing it forward. Like one for the women in the community because we're so far and few in between, and also for anyone that wants to get in. I don't gatekeep. I try to help out and give people an opportunity if I can.
for sure. And that's very cool because I know that's one thing that like a lot of my friends and everybody like I know IRL when they see me post and they get to interact with other people in the hat community, it's not a lot of women that are in the space. And so
Right.
to give an opportunity for people getting into it and then to, also push the brand as a whole, that's
Mhm.
awesome. And yeah, I need another Rockies hat in my collection.
Yeah.
So
So I
whatever
thought this
we
was
could
like a
do.
perfect like spring
Yeah,
release. So you'll see this and then four more other hats from four different women coming this week. So we'll be posting starting on Monday, leading up to the Saturday drop.
Wow. Awesome. Congratulations.
yeah,
That's
very
awesome.
cool.
That's
So
crazy. You got a crazy like couple of weeks ahead of you then. Like
Yeah, yeah. I
creative
mean, I
wise.
just the thing was like with that collab, it was kind of crazy because we've been waiting on the hats for a while, but like one of the shipments caught on fire at the dock. So
oh
one
geez.
hat, so no, two hats actually, um, had to end up getting reordered again. So it's a long time coming, but the women they were very patient with me.
Awesome.
And I think it's going to be great. I mean, and everyone has different like ideas and designing like eyes. So I think that you'll see how different everyone creates. And no two hats are like close to each other.
That's awesome. Was that just coincidental or was that planned? Where it was like, okay, we're all gonna go down our separate kind of.
No, like most of the time. So this is my second time doing a female collection with Hat Dreams.
Mhm.
So most of the time I just tell them, hey, like the hat could be whatever you want it to be. Like if it's just colors that you like or a story you want to tell or whatever, it has to be special or unique to you. And whatever you come up with, I'm fine. I'm fine with like because it's your story. As long as you can tell the story, then that's all that matters. Because I can't tell you that that's a bad design if it means something to you. You know what I mean? Sometimes we know that like it may not be the best, but like I think that when somebody makes something that has meaning, you automatically can feel that, and you can feel that when you look at the design.
100%.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, I mean, I think that's like at least for me and Julian and Wes too, just kind of get in the design space. It's trying to figure out what's that happy medium of you're making stuff that is sellable and goes out to the community and a lot of people are gonna like, and then you have to balance that along with stuff that you really are passionate about, stuff that you care about. So
Yeah, and then sometimes
that's
it's
dope.
hard to find it. Sometimes it's hard to find that like that balance, because you're like, okay, but I really want to do this thing, but then you're also like, all right, but this is also someone else's business that you want to make sure that you're being productive to as well. So
For sure.
you're still selling a product at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's all a business, but this is a great community to have fun with your business.
Yeah, and push the boundaries sometimes, because sometimes you might think that the design is not like, it's like, oh, that might be way too out there, or they're not gonna like this because you've never seen anything like it, and then you'll be surprised at the reception that you'll get from the community, and you're like, okay, I thought this was kind of like a little too wild, and all of a sudden you're like, oh wait, it's sold out. Like,
yeah,
no, for real. I'm what, two hats in now that I've sold, and they have very like different hooks. Like, it's not like a basketball player, baseball player. It's a game that I feel like I didn't think anybody would. I was new. Who would have thought? And I mean, credit to you, obviously. I wouldn't have put it on the map if it wasn't for you running your competition. But even without winning, I was a winner. And that's, I think, everybody's end goal is to still win at the end of the day and get your name out there. And yeah, I probably talk, it's probably a weekly basis. We talk about that competition and the people that were in it. And I'm really good friends with half of the people now that are in that were in that competition. And even the winner, like, I think it was Kelvin, right?
Yeah.
Evan?
it was
me and him
Kelvin and Marv.
Yeah,
we've been back and forth, like, just chopping it up, like design, going back and forth. So it was just such a community effort, and it really
good thing for like visibility. Like you said, even if you didn't win, you don't know who might see it and be like, hey, I like that. Like, we can take that over here and make it. So even if it wasn't necessarily for the winner of my competition, some people still got their hat made. Some people are still getting their hat made, even though they didn't win. So
yeah, which is awesome.
Really great.
Yeah, for real.
That's crazy to think about now, because back when all three of us were in that competition, Julian wasn't a part of the podcast yet. And then we started chopping it up because of that competition, purely because I saw his Seattle, the Ellie, and I was like, oh man, I like, get me on the pre-order. So that was probably a cool moment for us of like connecting, where it was originally just me and Wes saying, all right, the Caps Locked boys, hopefully we make a splash in this competition. But
and then you won the other competition, right?
Yeah, the Hat Dreams won.
I was about to say, you got another addition to the roster, a Hat Dream. So
yeah,
which is awesome.
It's exciting stuff. It's a blessing for sure. That was I can always tell the story that I woke up late after my alarm. I'm getting ready for work, just trying to hustle. And usually from Instagram, I'll have like, I don't know, 10 or 20 notifications. I'll wake up and it was like 60 to 70. Right. And it's just like hella people saying, oh my God, congrats.
Yeah.
I'm half awake, so I have no idea what's going on. And I'm like, congrats for what? I'm laying in bed. My eyes are half awake. And then it hit me. And I sat up and was like, oh man, this is awesome.
Right. So, and then you're like, and then they probably posted on East Coast time and you're just like,
yeah.
Like,
yeah, it's already noon for y'all. Everybody's getting ready to eat lunch, and I'm just sitting here rolling out of bed.
Still waking. Yeah, he's wiping the crust out of his eyes.
No doubt. But I'm stoked for it. We're three of us. It's been dope to see the growth for us getting designs out and everything. So
and Wes is definitely here in spirit. He was super stoked about having you on the show, even when we first kind of got everything together, however long ago that was. And he's definitely here watching in spirit. Wes, we miss you. Obviously, he's still in bed right now, but good that he's in bed and not out of bed. But yeah, I really want to move into yourself. I know we chopped it up a little bit before while we were having the technical difficulties, but for the people that are watching, where did the name come from? How would you characterize yourself within this hat community? When did you get started? I kind of went down memory lane in your Instagram, and I think the first fitted hat picture that I saw without getting too creepily back there in like the 2018s was in 2020. So you've been doing this for 6 years and more. Please enlighten me. But yeah, definitely touch on that.
So like My name is Rihanna, right? But when I was in college and even to this day, I'm like a huge Beyonce fan, like stan. And everyone knows it, right?
You stand with the
So
Beehive.
yeah, like super big beehive. But so when I was in college, um, the men's team they would like make fun of me, and they would I think Magna Carta had came out, Magna Carta Holy Grail, that album
Wow.
that album had came out, and then Jay-Z had a line like, "Why you never ready? For as long as you took, you better look like Halle Berry or Beyonce." Right? And then like so whenever we had to go to like parties and stuff, I would always be like one of the last people to be ready to go to the party. Because I'm like I'm getting dressed. Like, I'm like as much as I love my fitteds and stuff like that, I'm still a girl, right? So so they would be like they would be playing the song and they would be like Reeyonce, and then that's how it came up. So then everyone started calling me Reeyonce at school, because one, my love for Beyonce, and then like I just took forever to get ready, um, and that's how it kind of came, and it just kind of stuck. Like, and then once I got introduced into the hat community, people just started calling me Reeyonce, and I was like, you could just call me Ree, like, you know what I mean? It just kind of stuck because, like, to me, it's kind of funny because Beyonce,
Yeah.
but it just stuck, and it's something that I just like at this point. It's too late to kind of change it at this
No
point.
rebranding. Stick with
Yeah,
the
there's no
originals.
rebrand. It's like
Stick with the OG. We love you for who you are and where
yeah, like
the skin that you
it's
wear.
already cemented, so that's where we're gonna keep it. And then as far as starting, it's a funny story. So back when Hat Club had like Justin and Preem, they were doing the pink UVs. Like they had did the Yankee, the pink UV. Um, and my brother was like, "Have you seen these hats? Like they're putting pink bottoms on hats." And I was just like, "What are you talking about?" Because I'm like your typical New Yorker. I have my two New York hats, my two New York staples, a Yankee, Navy Yankee, right? And the old ones, like what material is it? Is it wool?
I think it is wool. Yeah.
Yeah,
Probably is wool.
I think I've
wool.
got one right
You
here
know,
too.
white white sweatband. Um, was it a gray or a green? But like your two staples and then a Mets hat, right? That's all I had. Like, and he's like, "No, you gotta see these hats." So Christmas time rolled around, and at this time, I'm still living in Virginia at the time, because I lived in Virginia after like school. After going to school, I stayed out there for work. And he's like, so it's like Christmas time, and I'm like, "Oh, I want to get my brother some of these hats." And at this point, we got the campfires. We have the what is
Wow.
it?
Yeah,
Is it
throwback.
the lemonades? Um, what else? The icebergs. Like these are like those heavy hitter hat club collections.
Hmm.
So I found this dude in this COVID time. So like found this dude, and he's like, "Yo, I got this and this in this size." So I'm like, "Oh, bet." Right? Send this dude the money, right? And he never sends the hats, right?
Oh, great.
So yeah, he messed up my Cash App account and everything because like they
Oh,
don't like,
damn.
once you dispute the charge, they're like you shouldn't have sent money to the person, and then they like kind of like they ban your account for like a while, so you would have to make a new account or get a new number or something.
That's so ass.
Um, so um, I had posted about it on Instagram, like, "Damn, this dude scammed me," blah blah blah, and then Chuck reached out to me. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Chuck Chavo.
I'm
I've
so
Um,
new
I've
in the
heard the
game.
name. Yeah.
Let's act as
yeah,
if anybody before 2023 is a
yeah,
ghost.
yeah, yeah. So he hit me up and he was like, "Hey, they have these meetups at in NoHo at Bond Street, and people have fitteds. They have them. They're selling because there's at this point there's no physical Hat Club New York store because it was still in construction. NoHo wasn't done. It was still like under construction. So he's like,
Oh wow, damn.
come out. He's like, come out here and you could get whatever you want. People are selling pins, and we just kind of like chop it up. So I go out there, and it's just like a community, like the way it is now. It's completely different. It's still a bigger community, but there was so much like it was crazy and ironic that it was on Bond Street because there was so much bonding going on. Like there was no physical store for us to go to, but every weekend we're here and it's winter time. We're out there in the cold. So I'm buying pins off of people, I'm buying hats. So that's how I ended up getting introduced to like the fashion part of it, because again, I just like had my staples, right? And then my brother says, there's not a lot of females wearing hats, you know what I mean? So he's like, you should wear a hat. So he unknowingly bought me a Dodgers lemonade hat and a campfire, but the campfire pre-orders were like super delayed at the time. So all I had was the Dodgers hat. And I had posted it and I tagged Hat Club. Um, and then that's how I got like introduced into collecting, but I still only had that. And then the Northern Lights. I had also got Dodgers Northern Lights hat. And when I had went back out, I think either the second or third time, I had met Day. So Day's like, yo, there's not a lot of females that come out here on the block. Like, and then she introduces me to Justin, and then that's how I end up designing. Justin
kind of
hits
like
me
a
up.
snowball effect.
Yeah, Justin randomly hits me up like one night. He follows me that day, and I'm just like, okay, cool. Like, I don't think anything's gonna happen from it. And at this point, Day didn't have her hat out just yet. Like, she didn't have her first hat or anything out just yet. She just like saw me and was like, hey, come over here. Let me introduce you to somebody. And then he calls me. He's like, hey, I'm gonna do another female pack. He's like, you need to have a design. You need to have 2 designs or think of 2 things by 11 o'clock tonight, and I'll call you and we'll mock it up. And I'm just like, me? And I'm at this point, like, when you don't have the information, or it's like it's still pretty new where not a lot of people were designing, and it was still like very like tight knit. Like, you didn't know what you didn't know. I think at this time, there was just like Leon in Canada, and then Justin, and it wasn't like as big as it was, right? And then he calls me, and then I'm just like, okay, how do I know which side patch is okay for this front logo? Like, and like, you know what I mean? Like, you're just going through all the things like, okay, how crazy do I get with the colors or whatever?
For sure.
And he's like, whatever you want to do, you can do. And that's when I created my first 2 hats with him at Hat Club. So I was part of the second female collection at Hat Club.
You would say this is like this is your going from casual to collecting driven now. That's probably that turning point. What year would we say that is?
But really the turning point was Day's Brooklyn, her first Brooklyn hat, the teal with the red UV. Was like the turning point, because I saw that hat, and then someone had like a Biggie coat on. I don't remember the guy's name, and he had a Biggie coat, and it was the same color blue, and on the interior it was red, just like her hat.
Red gun.
I said, "Oh my god!" And I'm like, "Oh my god, that is insane." And then I just thought the hat was so unique, because again, it was nothing like anything I've seen before. Like the ices and the pinkies, like they were still like going off of like your base team colors and just adding the colored UV. So seeing that,
I wasn't part of the community then, which is a crazy concept now, because there's so many other things that, granted, I know we give a lot of shit to New Era for not giving us a lot of stuff, but they've really let that leash go a little bit looser the past, I want to say 6 months. We've seen some crazy things, crazy front logos, crazy patterns.
With the implementation of the design lab, like now you're gonna see, like when stores who have that
like tier A stores and stuff like that.
You're gonna see like, because I think before we only ever saw that from like My Fitteds, right? And then
shout out to My Fitteds,
yeah, like we started to see like My Fitteds, like John Jay would always kind of experiment with these like weird things, like the golf rope and all these other things, and you're just like, what the hell goes through your mind to create something like that? But then also you have to have the access to be able to create and push that
boy
boundary.
Is doing dark magic over there.
Yeah.
I have a crazy Captain America with the 2 wings on the side.
Ooh.
Which is like crazy to think about, to even
I think he did like a Mario Luigi thing too with that same concept. But that's what I'm saying.
In that pack.
So you see, for me, that was kind of like one of those moments where I'm like, what the hell is that? And
Crazy.
I'm so pissed because I only picked up that Brooklyn and I never like got to pick up that first day backs. And it's still like one of the hats that I'm so mad that I don't own in my collection. Like as many hats as I have, like those two hats were kind of like the turning point for me. And then seeing like female designers put something out and seeing Day do what she has done and continues to do, it's like wow, you know. And that's what I would say would be my turning point from just like an average like collector to then now you're full blown like in a hobby, an expensive hobby. Like
Yeah,
Telling me.
ain't that the truth?
yeah,
Telling
like so
me.
that I would say Day's Brooklyn Dodgers hat was probably like the turning point for me for like, okay, now I'm invested. And then I think Leslie had Les Diggity, like she's also from ancient times now. And then T Marx's Yankees, like those hats are like
I love T Mark's designs. I love how he does his own
yeah.
patches,
But he
how
had
he
like a
rocks
hat
them
club.
so confidently.
He had a hat club collab.
Mhm.
I think it was I want to say is it a 1989 side patch? I can't remember, but I have it somewhere in one of these.
And the Crips.
Yeah. So like, but like those once those started coming out, I'm just like, oh my god, I need that, need that, I need that, I need that, I need that. I'm buying more hats than I can wear at that point.
So now that you're more established, and you know you've had, Lord, now how many hats would you say you've made already? Ballpark.
I don't even know. I think at one point I was keeping up by keeping them in duffel bags and saying, okay, I feel 30, and now
Yeah, we'll go with that. That
Yeah,
in itself is an accolade, right?
yeah,
For sure.
So
I don't know because my goal was only to fill one, and now it's
which is
just
crazy.
like, it's grown so far.
I mean, listen, that's a good problem to have. I think a lot of people would
Yeah.
love to be burdened with the issue of that. For now, like, what if your buying mentality has changed? What makes you want to lock in a hat nowadays? Is it a certain patch, a certain logo, a certain color? Is it whatever?
Red's my favorite color, so I kind of like gravitate to anything red. But sometimes that pigeonholes me because like it just brings me back to like when I was a kid and anytime new Jordans came out and I was like, okay, I just wanted it red and black. But it's like at some point you have to like move out of that. But
Right.
I think now it's just like people who push the boundaries and push the creativity. Like I was talking to Blue yesterday, Brendan, Blue Brims, and I told him like he's constantly creating different things. Like none of his hats look like his old hats. Like he's constantly pushing himself and creating new things. Like that new Phillies logo that he created.
Crazy.
Like crazy, right? You know what I mean? So like things like that draws me in to like saying, okay, here's my card. Like I'm buying it. You know, like people who just like aren't afraid to try something new, you know? And I think that like with him, Manny, like they always go and try to create something that looks different, or you won't be able to tell that it's their design because it looks different from their other creation prior.
Yeah. I mean, and correct me if I'm wrong, Bree, you're a New Yorkian, yeah? You're a New Yorker?
Yeah, born and
So
raised.
are there any teams you won't buy? I.e. any Boston hats?
Okay, I will not buy a Boston hat, and it's funny because
Amen.
they're
Chef's kiss is just got better.
I think Yodi had I want to say like there was like this, was it like a snack pack where it was like, you know, it was like chewing gum, sunflower seeds, and all this stuff. So he had like this Boston hat, and I loved the hat so much, and I was so conflicted. And this was when Roosevelt Field still had their store. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna buy this Boston hat, right? I buy the Boston hat, but I just could not get myself to just put it on to try to even see how it looked. And I'm saying
It's like kryptonite to Superman.
Yeah, like I bought it and I'm literally like I can't put it on my head. I think by the time I got to because it's that pack also sold out. So by the time I got to the parking lot,
It's a Yodi, right?
yeah.
Crazy.
By the time I got to the parking lot, there was this guy that was like, "Yo, I really wanted that hat." I said, "Bro, just send me the retail money and it's yours. Like, because I know that I'm not going to be able to put it on. Like, I can't do it. Like,
Shout out to that guy.
Something within me was just like, I'm feeling like this is sacrilegious. Like, you know,
No doubt.
And you're not wrong.
But I will not like, and the crazy thing is I feel like I also haven't designed one, but I really love that Boston side patch is the 99, the one with the
Crazy, the
bases.
wall, the big green monster. Yep.
I love that, but I can't.
It's a beautiful patch.
But I'm looking for loopholes because I'm like, I think it is a ASG side patch, so I could use a different front logo and get away with it, but somehow, some way, I still feel like it's still tied in with Boston, so I shouldn't.
I have a Phillies that Ange made with Capsule that has the Boston side patch, and I think a lot of people are also the same way with the sacrilegious kind of ideology of if it's not the all-star patch from that team, they don't want to wear it. So then you're also having to factor in that. So it's a whole lot of stipulations that people just need to, kind of get their head out of their ass. Like, if the hat is fire, the hat is dope.
Yeah.
If the concept is dope, you can't just say, oh, because the front logo. I think you're just being a little anal at that point.
Yeah.
Sure.
I think Hat Club did like a rivalry pack where they did like a Yankee with this, and then everyone was like, oh God, why would you do this? Like, this is terrible. Like,
Mag Park did not too long ago, after the 2023 World Series, they did an LA and New York flip where I have one. I think I have the New York joint, and it's an iris front logo, so it's flat. It's a crazy hat. It's definitely different. I haven't worn it yet, but things like that, people get really like, why would you do? Like, what do you mean? Why would you do this?
Or like
perfect
a Yankee,
time to capitalize.
Like a Yankee and an Astros. Like,
I don't care about that. Put a Yankee with that Astros with the side patch you have on your hat, Evan. I forgot what year the All-Star game.
Yeah, I think it's.
Oh no, excuse me. Is it whose hat was it that I was just looking at? Oh, I was looking at a hat on Instagram. It's the one with the star, the Starberry.
Yeah,
Starberry. I was looking at it. Yeah. Yes. Like, give me something like that. Like Yodi just did one. He did the Star Trek joint. That shit was crazy, insane.
Yeah. I mean,
but
like,
that
I understand.
Shit sold out immediately. It's a dark dome with a sprinkle of colors, and the metallic is gradient, if that's a word, across the crazy color. But people are just people,
But I think that's also
like out of the comfort zone.
I think that's also something that's so beautiful about the community, and something that I also learned, like, and I know this sounds crazy, but I learned with the lids drop, right? Some things are just native to New York. Some things are special to just New York. But then when you open up your catalog to people outside of New York and like to a greater scale, you'll find that the hat that you thought was probably not going to be well received is the one that the bigger community actually likes the most. So I like learned that there's a buyer for every design. It may not be your normal crew, it may not be the regulars, but there's some other people out there that they're like, yo, this is crazy. Like, I love this thing, Yep. And then that's what I learned. Like, honestly, there's a consumer for everything that you create. Like, you may think that it's not the best, or somebody that normally buys your hat is like, this is not really my favorite, but there's a group out there that does, like, that's their favorite hat. So that's why you can't kind of like constrict yourself when you're designing, because there is going to be someone that likes that thing.
Yep. And speaking of finding your niches, you've really found your niche with, making Allen Iverson hooked hats. I really want to talk about, obviously, today. Congratulations on, you're basically sold out. So, a round of applause around the table. I'm assuming that's one of your favorite players, an idol. I'm sure you idolize him as well. I want to know what went behind the creation, and I think it's the fourth and last installment, correct?
I won't say it's the last one, because I said the last one was the last one. And,
TBD.
Yeah, right. So it's still up in the air because Someone has challenged me to create another one, so I'll
Man, I
see
love
if,
the scoops and
I'll
the
do it.
exclusives on this show.
Yeah,
Man,
yeah. Someone did challenge me yesterday. It was like, "Hey, the people want to see this.
this got it.
And I am the people." So, and it is somebody that I really like. I highly regard. So I'm like, you know what? If you're asking for it, then that means that I probably should do it.
A thing we like to say on the show is, you're a guy's guy, but right now you're a gal's gal.
Yeah.
So we're definitely gonna with an Allen Iverson hook. I'm very much like Allstate. I know I'm in safe hands when it's a Reeyonce production.
Yeah.
So it's been a journey in itself. I mean, I really want to, if you have anything else, I mean, obviously, shout out to Home Game for even
Shout out to
believing in the vision in yourself. I think a lot of, from my perspective, from outside the box, a lot of your success in my eyes has really come from your Home Game drops. I know you go date back all the way to Hat Club, but I was put on from your Home Game drops, and then I went to the Liz joint. So, I mean, big shout out to Home Game. I love them.
Yeah.
Hopefully one day, who knows? But I know I always want to work on a hat with you. I think that was the first thing a week into even having an app on my iPad, I was like, I want to make sure I do. It would be a full circle moment, even more so than doing a show while I'm interviewing you, to do a hat with you. So, all glory to God. And, I think we're all very blessed to be this early in this community, because I talk about this and I touch about this a lot across the whole board, where we are pioneers. You're the pioneer of the pioneers. Like, you're one of the founding ladies of this shit. You know what I mean? And I think you need to really accept your flowers when they're given, because I mean, you're inspirational to me. You know what I mean? Like, and this can be something I take however long. So not to get too sentimental, but a lot of people in this community have a lot of love for you.
Thanks.
So I really do want to hear your thoughts on people's designs. Now, I know we have a stack lineup. We're about 40 minutes in. We appreciate you even, being here for this long and giving your time, especially the Yankees are on, Knicks are on, the Islanders, I'm sure, are playing somewhere, Rangers, but, you're here with us, and that means a magnitude. So
heavy sports day today. But.
Yeah, it's funny. Right before the show, right before you joined, Julian was like, "Oh yeah, and I think the Knicks play later, so we can talk about that during the show." I was like, "Okay, cool." And then he's like, "Oh, they're playing right now." It's like, "All right, we'll tune in at halftime. We'll check in on the score."
But while you're pulling up the mocks, I'll grab the scores of every sports game so I can go over
I got
them
them ready
quick.
to go.
Let's do it.
We're here. All right, so we kind of wanted to switch things up. So we've usually, on like the past few shows, we've just gone over mock-ups, kind of offered feedback, critiques, and whatnot. Because we have such a stacked list today of, I want to say, about 14 or 15 mock-ups from us and from the community. I thought it'd be fun if we did a top 3. So just something to have a mental list of as we go through this, and then afterwards we can just talk about it. Those of y'all who are in the chat, let us know what your top 3 are. Real quick, before we get into this, I want to say people in the chat are shouting out their favorite hats of yours. So we've got Death of the Metro card Yankees in there. We've got the Fabulous Chain. We've got Nueva Yol. We got Homecoming. The Homecoming one, for me, I don't have it in my collection,
Let me
but
pull a
hands
three-time
down,
real quick. Let me pull a
hands
Ray,
down, I gotta
Ray
say, that
three-time
was my
real quick.
favorite.
Thank you.
I got signed in this mock-up list that I'm heavily inspired by this. That I wanted to show you and I haven't showed anybody yet. It's a really crazy hat, just to preface. But this here, just this. Yo, I don't know what cogs are in this head that are working, but holy shit. I remember hitting you up and I was like, I need this.
I went to Puerto Rico when that Bad Bunny album had dropped. So the day I landed in Puerto Rico, that album dropped.
That's awesome.
Seeing the way it was received and how, like, and it was my first time in Puerto Rico too, and it was like such a beautiful, like, island, the scenery and everything, and like you can't help but to be inspired by that, So I mocked that up, and like we literally sit on it. And then they announced Bad Bunny for the Super Bowl, and I'm like, I tell Kyle, I'm like, let's just hold this until the week before Super Bowl, and we'll announce it and drop it, because what better way to like celebrate that culture and Bad Bunny and what he's done for his culture by creating this thing. And then when I knew that I could do the gradient logo, I was like, okay, I can definitely somehow play with the beach feel and that water and the sand in that gradient. And that was just basically the goal there. And I was just like hoping that it would translate from like looking at the album and knowing what it was, and then you could feel that. And I'm not Puerto Rican, I'm Panamanian and Guyanese, but like so many people were like, yo, this hat is insane, I love it, I need it, I'm Puerto Rican, I live in PR, I need that. And I'm like, wow, like, you know what I mean? But like that just goes to show you also don't have to be something in order to create that thing either.
For sure. I know
update
for our
before you go on, Evan.
Okay, go for it.
Knicks are up by 13. Yankees are down by 1.
How much time in the Knicks game?
They're at the third, and there's about 7 minutes left.
Okay. Shaky.
We all saw what CJ McCollum did with and CJ McCollum and friends did with 3 minutes left when we were up by 9. I don't even want to talk about it.
I was about to say bad
let's not jinx
vibes.
it.
I'm starting to sweat.
I was gonna say to Wes, our fellow co-host, I know back when we were on the pod together, he was like immediately, he's like, I have to have that hat, the Nueva York. He's like, I have to. And I told him, I said, you better get it, because to your point of your release timing, which was perfect, by the way, came in right before the Super Bowl. And I was like, perfect Super Bowl hat. There you go. Ready to go. So, that was dope. I mean, one of my favorite albums from this year. I'm Mexican, but like my whole side of our family, like we loved everything about it. So
I know I'm really, really white passing. I'm a no sabo, but I am Puerto Rican. So, it was a great album for me. I hum a lot of the songs, and that's as much as you're going to get from me. But the hat was beautiful. I remember getting it, and I was like, I don't even know if I want to wear the Bad Bunny Yankee that he sold at the show and the stadium, because this one is embodying so much of the island. I showed my grandmother and my grandfather, I showed the hat to, and they are from the island. And they were like, whatever they said in Spanish, but it translated to, wow, that is like a beautiful hat. And that's all they can say, right? They're not really, privy, but you can feel the emotion. And that's when I was like, oh yeah, this is even.
And that's what I wanted to, and that's really what I wanted to capture, because that's how I felt when I was there and just taking it all in. Like he was doing like street concerts out there, like at the top of a gas station.
Yep.
Like in San Juan, and you're just there like, wow. And then him putting on that whole residency and everything like that. It just like you have even if you're not Puerto Rican, you still feel that pride, and like you said, most of us come from families of immigrants, so like you understand that pride that our parents and our parents' parents have in their country. So I think that like for me, that's what I wanted to embody in that hat, and I just love the music. Like the music was just from start to bottom, no skips.
Yankees just scored. To be able to embody that in a hat, though, you know how hard that is to get a message through a hat? Like, you can tell, you look at the hat, and you can tell that it's a PR-based hat. Just by the colors. I think it's, obviously it's I think it's one of your best pieces of work that I have, and that I think a lot of people have.
Yeah, I would say that one, and then like the homecoming one also was one of those where
crazy.
Kind of, it might be too far fetched. And I even told Kyle, I was like, hey, let's not order too many of these. Like, you know what I mean? Because I don't know, because purple sometimes doesn't sell that well, and like I'm just like thinking in my head it might be like too far, might be too far gone, and that also was like received so crazy to me, and even the pre-order went insane. But yeah, so it's just crazy. Like I said, the things that the hats that you probably doubt yourself on are the ones that are probably the most well received.
For sure.
That's hilarious, because I told Evan, I think the day of me actually selling my SpongeBob hat out, it's my least favorite design. In my own
And I thought it was spot on.
I immediately when I saw it, I was like, I've seen other SpongeBob hats or like even designs. That one, I was like, yeah.
As soon as I saw the
get
side
it.
patch, I was like, that's the Krusty Krab.
Exactly. I saw the upside down T. I was like, oh, it's the anchor. Yeah, okay.
I did it because I wanted to. My sisters pitched it to me. I was like, just sitting with them in Jersey, and I was like, what do y'all want to see? Like, what is something that? And they're like, SpongeBob. I'm like, huh.
Yeah.
I was like, Texas Rangers. So I was like, the anchor on his head really does look like the T if I flip, because I seen the Undertaker joint, and that's how I had the T already kind of in the back of the mind, and I was like, that with the little like thorn coming out the midsection of the T. I was like, oh shit, and I was like, oh shit. So I made it, and it was kind of more so in my head. I'm like, it's a white hat. I don't think people are gonna really rock with a white hat because nobody can keep their head clean. And not to say people are dirty, I'm saying that people are just always touching their head.
Yeah, it's very easy to get dirty.
And that's my best hat on my page. And I have a couple designs that I think, me personally, I'm like, I have collaborations with one of the most notorious hat designers in the game. And that hat tripled the reception. It was.
But that's what I'm saying. Like sometimes it's just the ones you doubt the most that end up being the best ones.
And speaking, I know I've talked a lot while Evan's picking up the mocks. I want to ask you one more question. You know, what designers inspired you? Because you were just kind of roped in, like, hey, make this. Think of an idea, and we're gonna put it. By that point, who was inspiring you to make certain hats? And you know, was there a certain hat that you were like, oh, this is something I want to kind of build off of? You know, because this business is seeing somebody's design and be like, oh, I can do something off of that and make it even better and switch it all around, flip it.
Mm-hmm. I would say like when I started, like I said, it was like Day, J Tips. He really like pushed it with like the bright colors. You have Preem, and then there was like Les, who's also like I said, like she doesn't create anymore, but like these are all people who I've thought like try to do something different and they put their own twist on things. And like I said, I'll be forever in debt to Dave for like putting me on and even saying, hey, I'll put you out there to Justin, and now you're gonna have your own opportunity and go with it. And awesome. I think that like also like the more I create and the more I continue to create, it's kind of like I feel like it's a good thing for her because it's like that's the student like going out there and now being the teacher.
Sure.
But I think that like the things that inspire me are like the things that I like are like my family, music, basketball, video games, like and like just women pioneers too. Like your Vashtis, Tiana Taylor, like women in streetwear that like they've always been like iconic in a way. Because like before Tiana Taylor was winning Oscars and stuff, she was on My Super Sweet 16 in BBC and BAPE going crazy, right?
Which is crazy.
And I didn't think she would be making music. I thought she was just like some skateboard chick that I was like, man, she has a unique style. And then there's Vashti, you know, when she was like running with Pharrell, I just felt like, damn, her style was so crazy. And seeing her as like a brown girl too, just being engorged in this like male dominated like field and just killing it, crushing it. She had her own Jordans, like she had the twos. Like just women that came before me are the people who inspire me to continue to create and want to like move on to different like fields of designing, like not just hats. Like one day maybe like hopefully I could create my own shoe, design my own shoe or something like that. Like just one. I don't even care if it's a collection, but I'm just saying like those people make you think that it's like possible to do it. So I would say like those are the things that kind of like inspire me, not only people in the hat community, but people just women in general that are just out there doing things in you know, really like male dominated spaces, both like in the hat community and professionally in life for me.
And the women are taking over, I'll tell you that much. Much. The women are definitely taking over, and I love that for real.
Somebody said to me one time that they were like, women see more color. And I was like, I don't know if that's true, but I guess I'll
I mean,
take it.
everybody sees color, right? Unless you're colorblind, but I can see maybe the metaphor just wasn't spot on.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, maybe, I guess, but
I was about to say, I understand where they're coming from, but that does, like, you hear that and you're like, that's kind of crazy.
and I was just like,
That's something.
okay, like
It's like a backhanded compliment.
Yeah, it's like,
and I was like, all right, I was like, I guess maybe we might put more colors together, but I was like, all right, I'll take it as a compliment, I guess.
yeah, for sure. I got mock-ups ready to go. Julian, since we're talking about Bad Bunny, I think we're gonna go with yours first.
Okay.
I think that's where we gotta go.
Really nervous about this one because this is a crazy
first one here out of this section,
and it's an icy,
guy,
and
Julian.
I know. Just show it.
Ooh.
We've got the Un Verano Sin Ti.
So my sister is she's one of the whitest women I've ever met in my life. But she's such a big Bad Bunny fan, and I wanted to make it in her honor. I kind of just pulled, I mean, number one, the album, I know I'm probably about 3 years late, but the album itself, the cover, I thought I can really take and pull the colors. And I had just gotten the newest GCP with the coral color that was on the one from November of last year or June of last year. So I was like, all right, I want to use the color. I already knew I wanted to do that. And I was like, the sky of this is 100% exactly the colors I needed. The dolphins are on the back baddie. And I tried to play with the green and the side patch being the trees. I tried to make it the overarching, the globe in the back of the 99. And then everything that's white on this hat is glow in the dark. I mean, obviously, I just love using glow in the dark. It's not too white. It's not too dark of a white. And there's a fun kind of feature about the hat. Just the icy being the water. If I were to ever run this hat, it would be a friends and family, just because I respect Frosty Preem. I respect, what his brand is. So I wouldn't want to design it in the store without getting the okay from him. I know the person that's taking me under the wind, Pagan, is very close to him. So if I would ever run this hat, I'd probably ask him if he would give me the blessing. But if not, I change it to a gray. It's no issue at all. But this hat for me, my sister loved it, so I needed to make it.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think it's dope. I think it's dope. I think it's dope. Like, and I think honestly, like, pinwheels right now are like going crazy. And I don't know when it will end. Like, I think it's just gonna go on for a while until like people have exhausted all different colors and patterns. But I think it's solid. I think it truly matches the album. You know what I mean? And you get all the colors ripped from there.
Yeah, this has metallic black, metallic iris, metallic black, metallic red. So the outline of the New York Yankees in the front has metallic red around the outline, which I think is a cool, just to kind of replicate the heart of the album. So yeah, I'm still trying to find my correct program to use for mocking up. But until now, I think a lot of my hats look solid, even with the flat kind of coloring and explaining it. But I think this personally would do really well. I think I'm obviously biased, but I'd love harsh criticism too. Like, tell me what you would change.
I'll give you two pointers, and then like, oh, what is that? Wow.
Oh wow, yeah, celebration.
I'll give you 2 pointers on it, but I will say one thing though. You don't have to have like the most craziest software. Just like all you need is an iPad, basic template, and just mock it. And then, the thing is, like, once you send it, as long as it's organized and you're very clear on what you want, and it gets to the rep, and once you get that mid back and you double check it, always double check the mid. Because there might be like a slight thing, like that happened actually with the Yankee that you have on. It was supposed to be a flat Batterman, but if you noticed, it's raised.
I meant to ask you if that was. I truly
hate raised Battermans, but it worked out well. But I will say, like, don't kill yourself to go and spend money on all of these things, because this is a free software right here, and you can go crazy with it. Photoshop before you know it, and if you continue to use it for a while, because that's where I started too, you'll just find yourself paying for this subscription, and then when you realize there's tools out there that can do the same thing and sometimes even better, then But I will say two things. The metallic reds sometimes, depending on the factory, can come like a washed pink. So you might want to like. I always stay clear of metallic red for that reason, because if it's not made at a certain factory, it sometimes comes out like super faded, like a pink. So sometimes having it next to, like, let's say if you had it next to like a different pink, it might look like the same color.
Okay.
So
Interesting.
and it might not pop as much as you want. So I always do saffron, or there's another red that I use because it still pops. And depending on where you place it next to another metallic, you
Front
still
door?
might get or front door red. Yep. So those are the two reds that I use when I'm really trying to get that vibrant red without having the metallic, but still almost having that metallic feel. And then sometimes when you lay it next to like an iris or something like that, you still might get that reflection off of the red. And the same thing goes with the metallic black. Sometimes it comes off like a washed gray. So those are the only two things I would say. Like, we can't control where the hat gets made. So
Unfortunately.
So sometimes you might get it back, and then the vision that you had for your hat, sometimes when you get it in hand and you see something like that, and I've learned that through like trial and error, and then you get it in hand and then it's not as vibrant or what you expected it to be, it's kind of like, damn, like I really wanted that. But that would be the only two things I would say. Is just like be wary with those two threads. Those are the only two metallic threads that I don't use, just for that simple reason that depending on where it's coming from, it might not be exactly as bright as I would like it to be. And I think it's good because you stared away from a white crown or a black crown, which are like, people call like cheat codes. They're like, all right, because you have a blank canvas, so you can really just add pops of color.
This is really hard for me in the long run, because I was like, how do I pin? Because I knew I wanted to pinwheel it because it had too many colors. And I was like, it's a fun album in itself, so I need to make sure that the hat itself is loud and fun.
Yeah.
And I kind of, like I said, I landed on those two colors because I wanted to do that coral. And then the yellow button on the top is just, it totally veers away from the hat because of the sun. I think it's one of my favorite. It really is truly one of my favorite designs that I've made. I actually have two of my favorite in this show, which is pretty funny. I'm sure if you were to backtrack, I say that every show, but who isn't gonna love every one of their designs?
I was about to say, you gotta love all the stuff you're cooking up. That's how it's supposed to be.
But yeah, but other than that, I think like it's good to go.
Thank you.
Dope. Word. All right. I think we talked this over earlier. We're gonna do a little alternating. So we're gonna go, me and Julian each have two, and then we'll get into all the community ones. I cooked this up earlier while I was getting ready for the show.
Okay.
So the Kid Icarus, Anaheim Angels. I've been wanting to do something with this logo for a minute now. So we got gold metallic, we got gold silver, iris on the wing. Yeah, this game, it's so funny to me because I knew nothing about it. It was literally, I got it for Christmas when I got the 3DS back in the day. And I fell in love with it. Like, I had so much fun playing this. I had no idea about the story. I had no idea where it came from. But yeah, I like this a lot. It's a stone on the crown. I think it's like a storm gray on the visor. And then I went with a little icy on there for the pizzazz of it all. But yeah, the side patch too, it's pink because that's like the text it has on the original copy for the Super Nintendo. So yeah, a lot of color on this one, but I think it came out super clean.
No, I will say, like, so there was like this hat that I made when I was when I had moved back to New York. I had made a Barron's hat, right? And like, I think the front logo was maybe cream. Yeah, it was like eggshell or whatever, that seashell, whatever color that is, right? And then side patch just was like different hues of like red and wine and whatever. And I always like hats where, like, see how the side patch kind of doesn't look like it has anything to do with the front? Like I always like when people can tie that in, like where it still does, where it doesn't look like it's just complete, like it's not off.
For
Like, you know what
sure.
I mean? Like I like that, like it pops. It gives the hat a pop because it's not just trying to keep like keep everything all tied in together.
Yeah, like keep like the front
Keep,
logo the
and
same as
keep
the
like
side
this,
patch.
yeah, keep like this theme, like, so I think that gives the hat like a pop, especially when you're like working off of a gray canvas that like it's like boom. So I think the side patch is definitely gonna like attract the eyes. And the Disney logo is probably one of the best logos. And I, like you said, it's one of those logos that you always want to do something with, but until you get a really good idea, then you just like, I'm just gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it in the tuck
For sure.
until I can properly give it its glory. And I think this is pretty good. Yeah. And and then you like, the thing is, you said like it's a game you knew nothing about, but you don't know, like there's probably a whole bunch of people who like, oh my god, this is nostalgic for me.
Yeah, right, exactly. Because I know when I was looking up this image to put as the background earlier, that's when I saw the SNES version from way back, and that's when I was like, oh man, okay, let me tie in both games,
Right.
pay homage to the one that I played and that I grew up playing, and then pay homage to the original.
The
So,
old one. Yeah.
yeah, I appreciate it. I know we're in a group chat for one of my FNFs, and all the guys in there are like, "Are you gonna make anything West Coast?" Because like
Yeah.
90% of the stuff I make is all Texas or East, and
Yeah.
so wanted to do something a little different, step out of my comfort zone. So I
No,
appreciate you.
sure.
All
Yeah,
right.
I mean,
Yeah,
Evan, I I told you before the show, this is probably your best work that I've seen you done. So
yeah, I
I
appreciate you.
think that in itself speaks eons. This is like, this is hard. Like, you got one with this, and I
Yeah,
wouldn't be surprised if you were to run this. This would go very quickly.
And I
yeah,
think
So
that's
no,
like the thing that you have to do, like as a designer, is just like everyone's always talking about like being better than this person or being better than that person. Like the only person you have to like be better than is yourself. Like keep trying to create to make your next best hat. Like keep trying to make the next hat better than the last one and the last one and the last one. And granted, there are gonna be people like, you know, just like music albums, like, no, this one is the solidified classic. But, you know, as long as you can continue to create and you feel like you're putting out better work than the one before, then that's the main goal. Because like he said, he's like, oh, this is your best work, but you may think that the hat you make tomorrow is your best work.
for sure. Yeah, and I think like we always talk about it, like different, like me, Julian, and Wes are all very different creatively for designs. For me, I love doing like a wide array of teams and colors. Like my goal, hopefully by the end of this year, is to have a picture with the whole clip together of all the hats from this year,
Mhm.
and just have it be like a rainbow, damn
Right.
near, of just different colors, different side patches, different
Mhm.
themes. Like I love music, so a lot of the stuff I design is based off of music, but like stuff like this, like you said, like a video game, or is it like something from like a sports team or anything else, like TV show, whatever.
Mhm.
So yeah, I appreciate y'all. I had a lot of fun with this one. So yeah, we'll see. Hopefully get it made soon.
oh yeah,
All right.
oh yeah,
We got, speaking of video games, we're staying on theme here. We got Julian's other mock-up here today.
yeah.
We're
This
gonna
one is
talk about
real.
this one.
Oh, this one
This
earlier, yes.
yeah, it. Once I got that Procreate template sent to me, I was like, I've been sitting on this kind of this idea for, I want to say, upwards to 2 months. I was like, gotta take my favorite game, gotta make sure it's all cameled out, and I gotta make sure the whole side patch is silver. And I was like, metallic silver for a fact. Make sure that the green is subtle, but it's not too much.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to make this a hunting hat, like look like a hunting hat. I wanted to make it look a little more covert, but towards the hook more. Um, in the promo images for the actual mission, the glint on the sniper rifle is red. So I wanted to make sure I included. I had one with more metallic left. I was like, let me not make it front door red. Let me just make the whole side patch dance as much as I can.
Yeah.
And I landed on the metallic red in the 2009. But The front is supposed to be like night vision goggles, just like my covert Cubs that I did. So in the dark, it'll glow up.
Yep.
And when it's not, when obviously there's light, you'll see the green still around, like the Modern Warfare 2 logo. Being somebody who has been very loyal to Call of Duty as a consumer, this is such a important hat that needed to be in my portfolio. And this is a hat that I'm going to pitch to stores across the US. I want to make sure that this one is definitely made. I just think it's different. I don't think I've seen many hats with neon and neon green really combined with it. So that's really what I wanted to go with.
Yeah. I think like probably I want to say 2 years ago, I think like we were on like a real tree kick. And then I think a lot of people were doing like, like a orange. But I don't think I've seen any like neon greens. But I think this is like, again, it's true to what it's mocked up, like what its hook is. And then again, like this one, like metallic silver, sometimes doesn't shine as much. So use aluminum to get
It may be aluminum. Let me see.
Yeah, use metallic aluminum because that one gives you a better dance. But yeah, this definitely is spot
it is
on.
metallic silver. I will do aluminum.
Yeah,
I'll make sure I change that.
I was
when
about
I
to
send
say
it.
I'm making sure I'm keeping mental notes of all the gems I'm hearing dropped right now.
Nah, because because like I said, like I had to learn through like trial and error, like
For sure.
getting it, and then I'm just like, damn it, why does this not look like this? And then I'll change it, and then I change it to aluminum, and then I stick with the aluminum. But yeah, this definitely goes spot on for Modern Warfare. And like you said, as a very dedicated consumer to Call of Duty, it speaks volumes, even when the quality is starting to go down a little bit.
Unfortunately of being a loyal Call of Duty player, and they just got me. They got me by.
I'm gonna ask you a question. Did you have the PSP version of Call of Duty?
Modern Warfare 2?
No,
of Call of Duty.
Was it Ghost? I'm trying to think back to like my childhood. Was it Ghost Recon?
I think that's
Tom Clancy.
That's Tom Clancy.
There was one though, like that I played on my, and it was like, now looking back, it was a terrible first person.
Of course, it was a terrible port. It's on a PSP.
You know what's funny? I had Modern Warfare 2 on the DS, and it was horrible. But like to your point, when I played it as a kid, that was awesome. I was like, this is great.
It was Roads to Victory.
Yeah, okay. That sounds horrible. I would never. I didn't. I'm sorry that you went through that experience.
I did. Yeah, and I modded my Vita, and I tried to, and I got the port for it. So I threw it in, and I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna go crazy. I love this. And then I was like, man, these graphics really suck. I thought back in the day, like I was really on the verge of technological
advancement. No, it's a shitty PS port. Just to sell sell units.
I keep asking this to people. Do y'all remember when they had the PSP cell phone?
Yes.
I remember that, and I remember being on the school bus, and there was one kid in our grade who had it, and he was the talk of the town. I mean, it was like the coolest shit I've ever seen. It would be a cell phone. He'd just turn it. I mean, for real, he just he'd out of nowhere, just to flex, he'd turn it sideways, and he'd just start playing something. I'm like, all right, man.
But that
I got my push phone.
That came and went, and then the thing that pisses me off is like Sony was so ahead of their time with the PSP and handhelds, and
they still haven't made one either.
They kind of just let it fall to the wayside, and now we have like the Switch and
which has horrible graphics.
What's that? The ROG.
Well, that's the Asus ROG. That's a little different because that's a handheld computer. But if you're talking about,
there's so many like products out there that I felt like
for
Sony really like had it, and then just. That and now they have like what's the PlayStation Portable, but
the Vita, not the Vita. Excuse me. The You're testing my. Man, I should know this, shouldn't I?
I feel like I heard about it, but I can't remember what it's called. Let's see.
No, the new the one that they have out now. This
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
horrible. You can't play without Wi-Fi connection.
Yeah. But so I think like the PSP and the PS Vita, like those were like super ahead of their time, and I wish
I'm glad
they,
we can all bond on our
Says
hatred with Sony.
Sony
and-
is developing a handheld called Canis. I don't.
No, the one that's out already, Evan.
I know. I'm trying to. I'm like.
I think the one that's out already is just the PlayStation. It's just called PlayStation Portable. The
Oh,
one-
okay.
It's a
Yeah, it's just called PlayStation Portable. Like that's it.
It's horrible.
not-
Word.
Yeah,
That's
my
not
uncle
even-
bought
yeah,
it,
it's not even
and
a fun name.
yeah, because they wanted to focus on making a car that never came out. That's exactly what happened.
I see it. Yeah. Yep. Y'all are completely right.
Yeah, they
Yes.
lost the vision. They lost the vision.
Yeah, they lost me as well. I literally went to PC because of that. I mean, I have a PS5, but I never use it.
But yeah.
All right.
No, I think this is dope. I mean, like, especially to her point of it's not orange, which I feel like is usually because it's like the hunting kind of color with the real tree. I think the neon green is gonna pop like crazy.
Mhm.
Like it's gonna stand out for sure. So
Me too.
yeah, and I'm a sucker for real tree crowns. So
Me
whenever
too,
it
and that's
comes
why I
up,
wanted
I'm
to
like,
do
yeah.
it. I mean, I'm gonna show you, but I want to do. I don't know if have you ever watched The Sopranos before? I'm sure you have.
Okay.
Oh
I have.
no.
I have, and I not, and I have yet to finish it. And before like everyone gives me crap about it, like I literally go through shows probably like people go through underwear. Like I start something and I'm like, all right, I'm coming back to it, and I start something else, and I start something else.
you, Jordan.
Mhm.
But Sopranos I never like finished because I'm a Dexter girl. Like I love Dexter.
That's fine.
Love
as long
that.
as you
Yep.
have, as long as you've watched and have a
Yeah.
favorite staple TV show that is the opinion
Yeah.
is shared across.
Mhm.
I respect it. But definitely, please finish The Sopranos. I think
I
you're
will.
missing
I
out
will.
on
I
great
will.
television.
I know. I will. I always get to the point where he thinks he's in love with his therapist, and then that's the part where I always like. All right, I'm gonna come
Oh my
back.
god,
and
is that season 1 or 2, Evan?
I want.
That-
I was about
is
to
that
say.
season
I
one?
want to say season 1.
Oh my god. You got 3
it's-
more seasons. Or 4, no. 4. Is it 5 seasons?
I'm
No,
like
no,
trying to
4.
remember now.
I think it's
I've
4
watched it, but it's
seasons.
been so damn long since I've like sat down and been like, okay, here we go.
Yeah. It's all right. But please, whenever you get
6
the chance.
seasons.
But I do
6
enjoy
se-
I do enjoy the intro. Like I love the song. Like I let it play every time.
Classic. Mhm. No doubt. All right, we'll keep it moving. And last one here, or actually, we've got 2 more here from our squad, but we've got 2 more Yankees back to back. I made this one,
Okay.
the Nido King Yankees. I don't know. It just always had this thought in my head that it started with an N, and it's got like the horns and stuff. So I always thought about the Yankees logo, and yeah, I like this a lot. I forget. Oh, I think it's like sparkling grape or something is the color for that crown.
Yeah.
Again, like something where I just kind of went into this with I'm gonna try something different. I've never used this color before, and yeah, I think it came out super clean. I like
Yes,
this a lot.
sparkling. So the homecoming hat, sparkling grape, is actually the color that's on the front.
Oh, okay.
So
Good to know.
Yeah, so if you ever need a reference on like what the color will actually look like outside of the G's Pete, it'll be that. But I
Got
like
it. Okay.
for this hat, I always love a sneaky two-tone. That is what I would call it. Like, you know,
It's a great hat.
and then also when you can do different like shades and hues of like one color, like you got like your lavender in there, the sparkling grape on the top, and then on the bill, what do you have there? Is like a purple.
Is that a plum?
It's I think plum is what I used for it there.
Oh my god, look at
Yeah.
me getting
So, like-
better. Oh man, I need to get a
I know,
life.
me too.
So like having those different hues of it, and then without it clashing, and then like or without something getting washed out is always like I think like so dope that you can just like create something like that. And then also like Pokemon is goated, so you can't go wrong.
Facts.
I mean, you could go wrong with a Pokemon hook if you don't do it.
You heard it
right,
here,
but-
folks. Pokemon is
Yeah.
goated.
Pokemon is goated.
And you know
like,
what? After going through, I've been on the show and I've known Evan for a long time. I really want to give him his flag. He's become he was good, but you could see the progress in all the designs. So whoever's been tapped in for the long term, your designs have gotten so much more. Like you would have thought. So for me, I'm a little more intricate when it comes to thinking about putting colors to a hat now. I'm like watching color theory videos on YouTube at this point, to where where I need to do hats that catch people's eyes. And I think that's a big part of, if you want to have a banger hat, you need to do the research. And you need to know the psychology behind what there's like psychology behind colors, which nobody know, like not a lot of people know. And what hat, and this is one that's gonna catch a lot of people's eyes. And that's honestly, like, I there's a lot of things I can say about both hats that you did, the Icarus and this, but like it's hard to pick a favorite because you're just getting so much better over time.
And-
this is a crazy design.
I liked what you were saying. Like, you weren't looking at it just from the standpoint of like, okay, I want to make a Yankee. You're looking at it from like from the shape. You're like, all right, cool. Like, you kind of see, okay, the horns in it, and the shape of what you're trying to emulate. So I think like that's some of those things that we often sometimes we restrain ourselves like when we're designing, because we're just trying to make it look like something, or we're trying to find a logo that looks exactly like it, like, or like
For sure.
an animal, or like an animal logo or something like that. But
I'm guilty of it.
just like right there. No, but everyone
Yeah.
is. But I'm just saying, sometimes when you think outside the box, you get to create something like this.
For sure. No, I appreciate y'all. Yeah, I mean, I think, like I said, for me, like my process, or like my kind of journey of designing, when I started, it was just I had a bunch of ideas and I was making them, and not that they weren't turning out well, but I felt like I was more designing just for like, oh, it has to look exactly like the hook. And then I really started shifting to, okay, but what would I wear? Like, not that my taste is like exactly what everybody should have, but I just was like, all right, what would I rock? Would I think this is cool? Would I think like, what can I wear with this? What can I match with this, shoes wise, clothes wise, whatever. So yeah, like I said too, just different color. I like working with different
using
colors.
a side patch that's not often used. Like,
Right.
I think that the last hat I seen with this side patch was, I want to say Bruce's Yankee from My Fitteds, maybe.
Okay.
Like,
I like that. I don't know if there's a connection, but I like that the side patch is a little bit on the wider aspect, because the Pokemon itself
like
is
the
super
shape,
wide,
like the shape of the Pokemon, right?
which is really cool. So I don't
I
know if
did
you
it
made
for
that,
the-
if that's intentional, but that's really good.
I did it for the wider, and then I did the silver on it for like his claws and kind of like the center, like his
Like
kind of
the
like chest and stomach area. So I figured that would be a nice touch, and it still has that kind of lighter purple in there too. So yeah, it's clean.
Knicks are up, by the way, 91-73, and the Yankees are up 2-1. Jose Caballero just hit a solo home run in the top of the fifth.
Awesome. Great update. All right. I think it is time for the people in the community.
It's my favorite
we're
part.
gonna Shift. Yeah. So we had a lot of submissions. I got a lot from just people that I saw on social media. So you know what? Before I get into that, for our good brother Wes here.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah.
brother.
I was like, before I forget this, I'm gonna try my best to not butcher the pronunciation of this.
Oh yeah, I can't wait for this. This is gonna be good. I can't wait to rag on you in the
I'm
group chat
like,
later.
God, I looked it up on my computer right now as we were yapping before, because I was like, I have no idea. This is based off an anime. Shout out to Wes. We were all kind of in like a mood to post mock-ups last week, so we just kind of 3 days in a row, back to back to back. Google says Ainu Yashu. So it's a anime from the 90s.
Spoken like a true warrior.
Appreciate that. One of Wes's favorite animes, so we've got this one, and his other favorite, of course, Dragon Ball Z. but wanted to make sure we showed love to this one here. I really like the colors. I think the pinky is clean. The side patch is crazy with like I don't know, something about that royal purple with the
Yeah.
gold and the red. So
Yeah,
Very
Inuyasha
royalty.
is
He's
what
using
Wes
a lot of
says.
colors of
All right.
royalty: purple, gold, that red.
and the purple button.
Which is
Yeah.
this hat is crazy. I'm a sucker for three tones. Different colored dome, different colored button, a different colored brim. Yeah, he went crazy on this, and he's been sitting on this for I think he said for a year or so. He was
Like I was gonna say, obviously, like the two of us, we're constantly making stuff, but Wes has been doing it for a while. Just mostly,
Yeah.
like he said, he started just doing it for fun. Like the vault, the vault has a lot in it. Like
Yeah.
he's got a lot of
he's
stuff
got
that
some
are
vault is
bangers,
classics.
and the fact that
Yeah.
they've stood the test of time, being that he showed us what 2 weeks ago. He's like, yo, I just want to show you what I have in my vault. He's like, I just don't want it to get stolen, and I'm like, that's totally fair. Because some stores can be grimy, and I'm not specifically outing any stores. I'm just saying in general. And yeah, this is one where he kind of took the leap of faith, and I think he did well on himself to do that. Because this is one of the ones essentially.
Yeah.
From the Batterman to it's a great hat. I don't even watch anime, and I think without the hook itself, remove the whole back portrait. This hat is crazy.
And I think that's how you know if you have like a good design, like if it stands the test of time, like to you, like if you're like, okay, I made this hat because that's part of creating, like constantly creating, but not everything has to be like, okay, I'm submitting this. It's just the practice, right? But then there's hats that you go back to and you're like, hey, I kind of still like this one. So I think that when you like something for a long period of time, then you know it'll stand the test of time as well, like in the community. So I think this is a clean hat. Even if I didn't know, I know nothing about this anime, and even if I didn't know the hook, I think it's a clean hat, and it's a hat that you could probably kind of wear every day, too.
For sure. Yeah.
I can't wait. I'm gonna wear this. For lack of a better term, I'm gonna wear the shit out of my first hat. That thing is gonna until the brim falls off. I'm talking about Yankee with no brim, Seattle with no brim. So yeah. So Wes, you already know I've given you my thoughts on it. Brother, you got one, and I cannot wait. A store or somebody is going to pick this up, and I've been trying to pull as many moves as I can to make sure behind the scenes, to make sure that he can get this hat made. And I think we're all trying to make an effort, because originally we had a certain idea, and that kind of went veered to the left. But this hat is going to get made. I'm going to make sure that I buy 2 of them, just off of like the strength and the muscle of me supporting him and me loving the hat itself. So
Yeah,
good gym hat and a good casual hat.
There you go. Damn right. All right. First one here from the community. We've got from Tizo Fitteds, the Sand Trooper D-backs. I saw this one, I think yesterday, just scrolling through my feed. I'm now a proud member of the FNF. I liked the under visor color a lot. I usually don't mess with them too much designing myself, but I do like a different color UV. And then what stood out to me is that New Era flag, because it's supposed to be the exact shoulder plate of the Sand Trooper from Star Wars. So, yeah, what do y'all think about this one?
We have to take it away.
I think it's pretty clean, and again, like I think that people just have to like push the boundaries, especially now with like the new era flag rule. You have to find ways to incorporate like whatever your design is into that now. I think it's a clean hat, and again, I like. Is it an orange UV?
It's like it's got to be like a
I
think that's got to be in the gold. Let me see.
I'm gonna see if I can find it on his post itself.
Let's see. I'm pulling up the GTP now.
I don't know. It's like it looks. Okay. Our gold.
Okay.
UV.
Okay. Our gold. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Black visor,
different.
black button, chrome white.
Yeah, but I think like again, like when you push the boundaries, like it forces other people to like that create after you, or like to, and people who like this hat, like let's say you buy this hat and you're like, yo, I want to do something like that, and then it pushes the next person to want to make something like, okay, I never thought about doing a R gold UV,
UV,
right?
yeah,
For sure.
But that's what I'm saying. Like that's why I think more people need to create, like, and obviously, like I said before, we may not love everyone's creations, but like at the end of the day, I think that more people creating pushes other people to try different things, and yeah, I think this is solid, and again, like spot on with what it's hooked to. So
For sure.
yeah, clean.
Yeah,
yeah.
no doubt. And I was gonna say too, real quick before I forget, he's running a pre-order for this. There's 5 or 6 slots left, just for everybody's
Yeah, so this
information
one
here
is
in the chat.
flying.
Yeah,
This one is definitely flying. For me, I'm still not, shout out to using an alternate front logo, because I really do enjoy people using alternate front logos than the on-field logos. Um, I'm still not moved by the colored UVs. I haven't seen anything yet where it's been like, oh, I need that. This hat itself, if it had gray, I think would be, for me, it'd be an instant cop. I mean, there's definitely people that, but I've said on the show multiple times, I'm just not. I haven't been moved by color UV yet, other
for
than
sure.
grain. But this
And
hat
I
itself,
think that's because you weren't there in the
yep,
COVID era
of
when
course.
I think like there was orange, there was oh my god, I think there was one hat what hat was it that I bought, and the UV was just so, like, now looking back it was absolutely disgusting, but I think it was like a neon, like, yellow.
Yeah, like an Air
Ooh.
Max kind of.
Yes.
Mhm.
Actually, like, I think what's his name posted it today, Poppy Caps. That I bought that Mets, and I was like, looking back on that was a wild UV to have on a hat, but
It
that's
was a
what
different
I'm saying.
era.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
it also goes to say, like, fashion repeats itself. So sometimes things come back.
yeah,
But, like, while it may not be as popular today because everyone's going back to, you know, grays and greens, and then like ices and pinkies. I think that, like, sometimes seeing something different every now and then, you're like, oh, I could appreciate that.
No, this is a
For
dope
sure.
hat.
Yeah.
I loved what he did with the new era flag. I think it's the most creative thing. I think it's one of the most creative things about the hat, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But yeah, just color UVs not yet. But it's funny because I'm like, oh, I'm a traditional UV guy, but I'll never wear a black nasty.
So
Like,
now I'm gonna challenge you to make one.
yeah, I
I love it.
probably,
I know. I'm thinking too right now.
yeah,
I'm gonna challenge Julian because he's so opposed to them. I'm gonna
Yeah, there
challenge
you
him
go.
to make one, and it can't be pinky. It can't be a pinky or
Ooh.
yeah,
And I'm gonna give
you
you a
put me
time
on the
limit.
spot
You
here,
got
so now I
you got
kind of
2
have
weeks.
to.
You got 2
Ooh,
weeks.
2 weeks is
2
enough time.
weeks.
2 weeks is enough time. A quick hookup with happens
You
in
got
an
2
hour,
weeks.
so
What
giving
time
me a
is it?
lot of time. I feel like you'd be challenging me if you did like 2 days, but 2 weeks I
No,
can do.
I'm giving you time just so you can really, like, get your emotions,
Right,
sit
right. Simmer it
and
down
put
and
You got to
really
go
put your
through all
heart into
the
it.
come to
go through
terms
all
with
the
the
stages of
idea.
grief
All
and then
right,
really just get to
Yeah.
it, you know.
it's in the back of the mind right here in this lobe, whatever this lobe is called. It's there, right? I promise. But no, yeah, tough hat.
No doubt.
I'm really glad that he's able to fill up the slots and that the people do want this hat.
For sure. And like I know when I messaged him directly, so again, from New Jersey, but I live in Arizona now. I do not have nearly enough D-backs hats in my collection. It's still one that I want to design myself to. So whenever I see something unique like this that I can go wear at the ballpark, I'm like, all right, perfect. It's awesome. Speaking of Diamondbacks, we got another one here coming from Dapper Dan the Collector, another Pokemon hat, the Duskull Diamondbacks. I liked this one a lot. I think, we talk about clean hats and something that just looks good together with all the colors. It's a gray hat, black rim, good
Mhm.
gray. The red does its part to kind of stand out, but it's not doing too much. And
Yeah.
yeah, I think it's a dope one.
Yeah, I think it's clean. It's also like one of those hats that, like, everyday wear. Like, you can wear a hat like this every day, and
Yeah.
that also is something that really like gravitates to like consumers. They're like, okay, I could throw this hat on wherever I'm going, I'm gonna get the most wear out of it. So I think
For
it's
sure.
clean everyday hat.
Yeah, this Diamondbacks. I mean, I love Pokemon myself. I think my favorite Pokemon. I wanted to do a. I don't know if you're familiar with the Pokemon, but I want to do a Garantina. Something around like Platinum, Diamond, and Pearl. So something along the lines of that. I have a close friend of mine, that I'm proud to call my friend and a business partner. That we have a couple things in the works where we're doing a Pokemon pack. And we are in the talks. He is, right now we're trying to look for a Brooklyn cap drop, but we're trying to get something with Hat Club right now. He's like talking to the creative director of them. So we're gonna see where that goes. But this here is crazy. So I know I just seen the DM. If I wanted a spot, I'm definitely gonna hit you up in the DM and see what we could work out. See if we can do maybe a hat for hat. I know I got a couple things coming down the pipeline that I think would drop at the same time as this. So yeah, make sure 714th, brother. Put me down and we'll talk. I like this a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah, no doubt. And I'm checking here, double check. Let's see. I don't think there's any update on his page of like how many spots he's got left. But oh, okay, here we go. 4 hours ago, 5 of 18 filled, an 18 clip
18 clip. Ooh,
exclusive. So
super exclusive.
yeah. So if y'all are interested, Dapper Dan the Collector on Instagram. Yeah, let's keep it rolling. Had to include another one here that I saw. We have the Mr. Popo Cubs coming from Boss City.
My
Uh,
guy. My
yeah,
guy.
I've seen this Cubs logo a lot, and it's one of the ones where it gets to a certain point where I feel like it gets overplayed recently.
Mm-hmm.
But this one and the one that Julian made with Tom Clancy's, kind of like the night vision goggles, I love
Yeah.
it. It's very unique. It's a different take on it. Again, to your point too, like everyday crown. It's a dark black crown. It's got a little
Yeah.
brown brim. Very
You
And
cool.
can
this
get
is a
you can
this
get
is
Travis
a
Scott off with it. Like
There you
this is a
go.
real
Yep.
black too, so I feel as if it's even it plays even more to the character itself because
Mhm.
it's so really just blend in with the actual dome of the hat. This is super creative, and me and Bosley were talking about it I think a couple days ago, and he's like, I love that you work so quick. This guy was sitting on this he was sitting on it for a little while. He was doing it for a little while, but look what happens, you know what I mean? You get greatness like this, and this filled up within 2 days. So yeah, I mean, shout out. I don't think I personally talked to the person that did the mock-up. But yeah, the visuals of this specific frame that we're looking at did the hat so much justice.
Totally.
So props. It all depends on the picture you pick, how you obviously lay it out, and
Mhm.
yeah, this one is crazy. I already told them, we have another design coming, so he's been. I did a design for him to make sure I get this hat. So yeah, this one's coming home, and I love a black and brown. That's two of my favorite
that's what I'm saying.
colors.
It's like it's
Mhm.
like you could wear it every day, and you could definitely get some good sneakers off.
OD. This is gonna be
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah, I've
No
had
doubt.
a Pokemon hat that I've been sitting on for like probably like 2 years, but
It's
yeah.
okay. We only have one head, so we'll get around to it.
No,
That's what we
no,
all.
that I have mocked up that I just
Oh,
yeah, but it's
2
been
years?
yeah, it's
You're
been a
pulling a
while.
West right now. I need you to start getting that.
Yeah, get it out the
No, it's
vault.
because the specific side patch that I want to use has like rules right now, like so. I mean, I can show it to you guys because I don't think it's gonna be made right now or anytime soon.
Okay.
So
I'm
uh,
I'm never gonna say no.
Yeah,
I'll show you the side patch and then so I'll show you the whole thing if,
for sure.
if my phone cooperates with me. All right.
I love this part of
Okay.
the show.
Like you said, the behind the scenes.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
So-
that's crazy.
Oh yeah.
So basically, it's because like I played it on my Game Boy. This is the color of my Game Boy.
For sure.
And then I did like the Game Boy logo, with the, tried to split that front logo. there, and then I tried to get the Ho-Oh versus Lugia.
That shit is crazy.
And then, but like the thing is, in order to use that side patch, you have to put another team in like the Batterman instead somehow.
Oh.
So I decided that the Batterman would basically be like a play on like, you got to catch them all with the Pokemon colors and then the Pokeball in the back. But like I said, I'm like, it's one of those hats that I said like I've been sitting on for probably like 2 years, and I'm just like, did I make it? Should I not make it? And then also right now, like Pokemon hooks are like skyrocketing. So I'm like, okay,
you may be able to capitalize.
I will say I'm a current current proponent of that too. So
yeah.
I know the current FNF I'm in the process of running is a Ho-Oh because the Strongbird logo is back. So yeah, I felt like I was like I got to make something of this. So
yeah, but I've been
dope,
sitting on that for like forever, and then I don't know if they'll be able to maybe now. I don't know because since they've been allowing people to split patches. I don't know if they'll let me get that Guardians logo off with the different colors on the wings. I think they have to be like 2 different threads. It can't be the different. But like, yeah, I've been sitting on that for like forever, and I know it's something that I probably should submit, but I don't know yet.
We'll be here when you do submit it.
So. I was gonna say we will be ready.
I'm glad I'm in the community for that one.
Yeah, no doubt. All right. Next one we got here. Let's see, what do I got next? We got from my guy Kicks and Caps. We have I know we're a Yankee show. Black Panther Boston.
I think he showed me this joint.
I like I said, Yankees guy, never gonna wear a Boston hat. I do like what he did with the side patch.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's really clean.
Black Panther's my favorite Marvel superhero, so if you were to ever run this, I'd probably get 2.
And the undervisor too. I didn't even see that until right now.
That there goes that undervisor. See, like
no, this one, but this is a bias though. Wait, there's more. This is a bias because this is a Black Panther joint. I have no. We're not gonna try to. We're not gonna do this. No, this one is this one moves me though.
Yeah.
This one moves me. Because that's not if that's that light purple.
Mm-hmm. It looks like it might be like close to that like lavender.
This one moves me.
Yeah. No, it's clean.
I love the inspiration that Julian's getting here through this episode. This is awesome. This is great.
Yeah, there's a lot of character development with it.
He's gonna have like 4 colored UVs.
I'm gonna start previewing my hat star with UV.
Next week's mock-ups are just gonna be just every different color of the rainbow.
It's gonna be multiple Black Panther hats with purple UVs just to piss people off.
I think this one's super crazy. The gold on it's gonna be tough too.
And it's a Boston. Oh my god, I'm thinking this is a Brooklyn this whole time. I'm such a hypocrite. Oh my god, this is like 2 in 1. Wow.
It's
I'm the worst.
It's funny too because me and him we've chopped it up ever since I got a part of the community. And I always tell him I was like, I'll never wear a Boston hat. When he sent me this, was like, hey, I want to show this in the show. I was like, we're a Yankee show, but I can't say this isn't tough. I can't say that. Like I'd be lying.
This would be the first Boston I think I'd buy. Yeah.
Heard it here first.
You heard it here first, folks. Breaking news.
All right. Next we have it's called LA Summers 2. This is by Cranium Caps and Johnny Brims. It's like a Gradient Dodgers script. Mm-hmm. It looks kind of crazy. I know. Yeah. I think I've only ever seen Naughty do that before.
Yeah.
I think so.
I'm a huge proponent of like the Gradient logos.
Love it. I love it so much.
The Bad Bunny, but no, I like this. I like this a lot.
Sweet, yeah. It's a really good summer hat, I'd say. Just the colors off of this would go crazy.
Word.
It's a good LA hat too, because like it's like one of those hats that you could for LA fans, like you could wear that to the game, like
sure.
Yeah. Like team. You still have your team colors embedded in there, but still that uniqueness to the design.
Yeah,
I think
no,
Yeah, I
no
really
doubt.
like this.
I like this one.
All right, awesome. The next one here we've got from Fitted Jordo, based off the Lucky album, or I think I say album or a single. I know
No,
you're
this is
more
an
of a Lucky
album.
guy.
This is
Okay,
a this is off his Sex Money Drugs album.
there you go.
This is what. So I also did a Lucky Hook not too long ago. It was a Chicago White Sox joint. When he showed me this one, I was like, oh yeah, yeah. I was like, you can't. Number one, black and pink go together so well, especially on
Hmm.
hats for me. And I think that's I think that's copper in the hat too.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That's a look.
he took every color from that you can take from this from the actual album cover. Yeah, he went ballistic on this.
Yeah, for sure. I like to because I know he had sent me over like different versions of the Batterman before he sent it in, and he made it to mimic the girl who's in the album cover sitting there in the car. So yeah,
Yeah,
dope
this one's
attention to
crazy.
detail. I mean, shoot, we were just talking about Julian's SpongeBob with the upside down Rangers logo. It just looks so clean.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Freaky
you could never.
Jordo.
I think you could never go wrong with a cookies and cream kind of vibe.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh my God, yeah.
true.
Totally
No
forgot
doubt.
about that. Wow, there's so man. Yeah, no, this is a dope hat, and
Yeah.
he better get it ran, or I'm gonna wreak havoc. So there's a lot of money that's gonna go into hats
I was
this
just
year,
gonna say
unfortunately.
you're in for big
Yeah,
money.
I'm really contradicting myself and deducting the funds in my bank account as we go along. So this is really this is unfortunate for
I
me.
mean, I swear at this point, I joke every day like the mail call come late summer, early fall, it's gonna be
Oh yeah, we
crazy.
even do the mail call, but since we'll go in between.
Oh
I think
yeah. We'll do a
I
little.
get a hat
Shit.
every day.
Yeah, I believe it. You know what? Good call, Julian. Or good call, me, I guess. But
Yeah, that was a
we meant to bring
I
up our
have
new
one, so
pickups.
we don't harp too much. I know we're an hour and
Yeah.
3/4 into the show, so we're
We'll
looking to
get it
close
done
out
here
soon.
soon.
But I don't really have any. All right, I should probably. All right, let's
Hold
try
up.
to do
I'll get
this.
you on the big screen. Hang on.
Thanks.
Yup.
Really good. Um, you can see it's dancing.
Oh
Tiger,
man.
I forgot his
Yeah.
actual handle. This is glow in the dark. This is a Coca-Cola inspired Cubbies. Yeah, I when he first previewed this. This is all glow in the dark, by the way. When he first previewed this, I was on EA about 2 months ago. I couldn't. It's based off of the slushy joint, the
Mm-hmm.
slushy bear. Yeah, this joint is insane. I think it's a raised. No, it's a flat Batterman. Nah, this one is crazy. This is my first cop in like a month, I want to say. Yeah, nah, this is crazy.
It's a dope one. All right, I got these, and I haven't shown these in the show. I had to remember if I had or not, but from the Thriller pack, from those Rushmore guys over there. Yeah, I had to pick up a 3 pack. I was looking for this. Like I remember when Saucy previewed it, and I was like, man, I would like that one. And like we talked about the gradients in these, I mean, it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And to your point, I agree. I usually don't like this Yankee script, but yeah, the
But it's
gradient in
different.
this is
It's different,
nuts.
right? Like that on the little like swoosh thing. I don't know what you
Yeah,
call it, the banner, if you will.
yeah,
It makes it different. But that's what I said. Like if it's done correctly or if it's done in a unique way, then I'm not opposed to it. But I feel like when you're just trying to get like a plain logo off, it's
for
like.
sure.
Uh,
Yeah, it's a
but
tough one to
no,
work
but
with.
yeah, all of those hats are pretty solid. Uh, Nadi is always doing something crazy too. So
Yeah, no doubt. All right. And then next here we got I want to say we have 3 more, and then that is it. Um we appreciate y'all tuning in with us as we go through all these and appreciate the community for submitting these too. We've got the Pacifico Padres. This is from my guy FTS Fitteds. Um Probably the biggest Padres fan I know. And so he is constantly putting out back-to-back bangers of just Padres hats. So a lot of different colors. And yeah, I like it too because he's got some vibrant colors on the side patch and the Batterman. So some cool stuff.
Yeah, I think this one's clean. I just the blue and the red. I was just trying to see like where. I think there's
You
red
know?
on the label, right?
Yeah, it's like I think actually if I show you here, he's got two different photos of it. I think it's like that
Oh,
little
okay, okay.
circle
I see the
logo on it.
little like crest, like the little crest at the
Yep,
bottom.
exactly.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. No, that's pretty clean. And it looks like looks like the bottle. So
Yeah,
and
no, for
Manila
You
is
sure.
like
definitely
Pacifico
Manila's
and
definitely
Pacificos don't. Excuse me if I'm incorrect. Is that a Dominican beer?
I think
Is
it's Mexican.
I'm not
Hang
even
on,
gonna
I'm
I'm not well versed in beers and IPAs like
Oh
that.
my God, Ryan Weathers fucking stinks. It's 2-2. Fuck, man. Sorry.
Mexico, Sinaloa.
Sinaloa.
I was like, you know
Had
what? Because
an ex
I
from
think,
her parents from Sinaloa.
yeah, it's funny because I literally was picturing because the last time we had the show, I got out of the show, went to go grab dinner with the fam, and I had a Pacifico, and I like remember reading like Hecho in Mexico, and I think it is, but yeah, this is a dope one. I feel
Yes,
like
it hits right on the hook.
yeah, we've seen a lot of good just like alcohol or just drink hooks in
Yeah,
general.
beer.
Love
Yep.
beer.
So
Love beer.
this is dope. All right. And then last but not least, another one with two photos here. We've got one from Slummy Hooligan.
Ooh,
And so
okay.
it's based off of this. So Wu-Tang here. And instead of going with the Washington Nationals logo, he went with the Caps. So Washington Capitals logo. And he sent me a description here.
And just to
So
preface, Slummy does all his
yeah.
mock-ups on a phone.
Yeah.
Doesn't have an iPad. He does all. So kudos to him for being able to. I wouldn't even I get angry at my phone because it's not big
That's
enough.
facts.
But go on. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. He just said the navy visor is for the sky in that past photo that I just showed. The indigo is for the bluish cloud, and then he went with the Caps Eagle logo, since it was like the bird head, like the Wu-Tang logo, and purple and metallic gold for the album font. But yeah, like I said earlier, he made sure to mention that he always sees people use just the Nats logo, so wanted to switch it up here and do an NHL hat. So.
I
Yeah.
would say like for this one, there's so much color in that Wu-Tang album art that I would like challenge him to like pull more colors and throw it into that side patch. You know, like obviously do it in a cohesive way. Like just don't throw it on there. But I think that like there's so much like colors that are involved in here that I think that he could really go crazy and like picking the Caps logo is perfect. And then just once you add some of these like more vibrant colors
Like
into that side patch, like I think then it would like really drive the hook home, and
sure.
and make it clear like this is a Wu-Tang hat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because again, like back to what I was saying to you, with your hat, like with your Angels, like that the patch doesn't have to necessarily completely tie in with the front. It could stand alone and still be cohesive and have different colors that may not be introduced in the front logo. So I think that like challenging yourself to maybe try to add more color in there, you might be surprised what you end up with once you're done.
Totally. Yeah, I agree with you too, because I think that's something that, like, to your point of like not trying to pigeonhole yourself. Like, I even find myself doing that with certain hat designs too, where it's like, oh, I'll just go the exact same colors to the front. When
Yeah.
it's like some hats, it looks good because, like you said, you want to make it cohesive and connect. But sometimes it's like step out of your comfort zone a little bit and see what happens.
Yeah, but then sometimes like with something like, that just has so much color and that kind of like that's kind of like what makes some certain album arts so like special. Like why people don't they just hang up this vinyl So I would challenge him to just, hey, like add more of that color in there, and I think that will take this design off the chart because already like the front logo being this, I think that it already like puts it in a different category from all the other Wu Tang hats we've seen. Um, and then now when you throw some more, like if you threw some orange in there or something like that, I think, and then you have the green UV, so that pulls from there too. So all of these colors, like you said, this color theory thing, all these colors could work with each other if you properly place them. And just keep moving it around because sometimes it may not look like the orange may not look good on the 30. You may have to change it to where the white is. Like, just play with it until you get something that you really like and really push your boundary. Because, like I said, those are the ones that end up being some of your best work when you really push yourself and push your boundary.
For sure.
Yeah,
no doubt.
I agree. The Knicks have tied the series 2-2, winning 114-98.
All right.
So I'm sure the watch party
Thank
at home
goodness.
game was very, very eventful.
Yes, yeah, I believe it.
and the watch party at the Garden was
oh my God. Yeah, I can't wait to see the side talk post.
Yeah, I'll look at that later.
FTS, who had the Pacifico Padres, he just stopped by in the chat, just said, appreciate us for showing his design and thanking you, especially Reeyonce, for giving feedback and just talking about it. So
yeah, no.
We love to see
like I
stuff
said,
like
the
that.
best thing to do is like pay it forward, and get some more people to be able to create and showcase their work.
Yeah, no doubt. And then last but not least here is our collab between the three of us. So we keep promoting this. We are looking to get this one off the ground here June, July to get it as an FNF. So when we invited Julian into the podcast and brought him here to be one of our co-hosts, Julian immediately nicknamed our group chat 3 of the dragon head emojis. And so Wes, immediately as he saw that, thought of the Yu-Gi-Oh card, Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. And so it was a cool process for me because I'm so used to just designing on my own. But all 3 of us designed a different hat, and then we each took parts of each other's hats and put them together. So I'll let Julian talk about his stuff, but I know Wes did the front logo, so the logo on the front of the crown, that Yankee script. I came up with the colors of the crown itself, so that blue and that black. And then Julian cooked up the side patch and that batter band. So I'll let you take that one away there.
So to preface, the card date on the back of it is 90. What is it, 98?
I think so. I want to say 98
or 96. No.
Yeah.
So one of the two. One of the two or three.
Yu-Gi-Oh! I think is the original run. I want to say is 1996.
So
yeah,
I didn't want to do it. I just
no.
I didn't have time to hook.
Yeah, no, but yeah, I think it's 96. I want to say, I don't know. I haven't played like in a long time. Like
for sure.
So what I did with the side patches, I'm sure you're familiar with who Y2J is, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so he did.
We share the same birthday. Fun fact.
Oh yeah! Shout out to him. Shout out to you.
Nice. Also, you were correct. 96. Dialed in.
Dialed. Super dialed. So I really wanted to do. You know how he did his Mets with the icy blue and the metallic iris. He has like a blue Mets that he did recently.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to do that within the 99, and I think the 99 has the biggest number size in within the 96, 98, and 99 logo. So I wanted to make sure that the whole logo shined like that. I took the stars, the star colors, the orange and yellow gradient, and I tried to put it in the Batterman. And then I kind of tried to make sure that I think we ran out of threads that we can use on the hat to culminate that into the hat. And then, when Wes did the original, I don't remember my original logo for the hat. But when he did the script, I was like, that's cool because the actual card art is the lettering. It's not a logo or something, right? So I love the idea of that. And then what Evan had the navy, is it a dark? I'm looking at it right here. It's a
I
dark
think it's
royal and
like
a graphite.
yeah, I wanted it to look like the background of the card. It's kind of like
Mm-hmm.
it's not like the Shadow Realm, but it's like a little like off
Yeah.
brand. So I just wanted like the dark colors where it, obviously the dragon is like bright white, hence the crown logo and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So to kind of have some good contrast there.
Um, and then yeah, I did the same colors in the front, that metallic iris and that icy blue. So the threading would kind of play hand in hand with each other. We got really good feedback from Pagan as well. I flipped the colors in the diamond behind the 99 from, they're basically just inverted.
Right.
I think the flow of the hat, he said, would be better. But yeah, the whole hat, I think, to me is crazy. It's one of my favorites to date as well, and we've had it in works and in talks for the last month, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd love
Yeah.
to hear what you think about this, especially it's all three of our culmination of a design.
As a retired Yu-Gi-Oh fan, I definitely collected back in the day. I think I still have some of my cards.
Hell yeah.
I definitely do like this, and I can see like everything that you're talking about, like with the stars and the top, and the colors, and like you were saying, like the background behind the card art. I think this one might be my favorite. I think this might be my favorite of the group. Yeah, like
Hey,
this
we
one.
appreciate that.
Yeah, this one might be my favorite. Yeah. So if it gets made, sign me up. Sign me
Yeah.
up.
Yeah,
I like it.
yeah, love
Well,
that. Fuck
speaking
yeah.
of favorites, we have reached the end here, and so I think it's time. I know it's a long list, and I'm happy to read them aloud again. But let's see.
I think I got him. I think I got him.
You think you got them?
Think-
Okay, let's hear your list. Please go
Um.
for it.
That I'm gonna take you guys out, if that's
Totally.
okay.
Yep.
That's fine.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think my number one was that Dodgers, the blue. Yeah, I didn't even know if this does this. Like
I didn't know that
Yeah,
they did
this is
that either.
crazy.
I'm sure I've given a thumbs up
It's funny
multiple
because
times.
I'm
the
on my
blue
phone too,
Dodgers.
so I'm like, yeah.
The blue Dodgers with the gradient front logo, that would be probably number one for me.
Okay.
Number two, that the Cubs, the black and
Mhm.
brown, and then three would be um, the lucky hook,
Let's go,
like
Freaky Jordo.
the pink, black with the pink UV at the. So I think those would be my top three. And I think like honorable mention would definitely be that Wu-Tang one. It, like I said, if he just like pulls more colors, I think he would have like a thing like that might go crazy and might even create like chaos. Like people like, oh, I need a pre-order. Like I
For
think
sure.
like I said, like if he pushes himself to really add more of those colors, I would say that has potential to be what I would call a home run.
Awesome.
Wow.
I love it. I
Way
love
to
the
go,
list.
Slummy.
Yeah, that's dope. Awesome, Julian. You got your list, man. Let's hear it.
For me, I'm gonna put the Popo Cubs first.
Okay.
I really do love that hat. I want to say the Lucky Joint is second. Honestly, hold on. Black Panther, Popo, Lucky. Yeah.
It's a stacked list. That's yeah, I mean, obviously like we were talking about it before the show, like a lot of great designs, and again, appreciate everybody for submitting and appreciate everybody for their creativity and for us to have the platform to show them off is awesome. I would have to say for me, just being a huge Star Wars buff, that Sand Trooper has to be number one for me. Number two, I'd say is the Lucky. Like I said, I really like that Jordo. He took all of the colors from the album cover and was able to cohesively put it on an all black crown. And then, yeah, I mean, contrary to popular belief, I gotta go with that Black Panther Boston. That side patch is one of my favorites that like I
It's
always
a
look
really
at and I
beautiful.
see.
Boston has some of the most
Yeah,
beautiful side
they
patches, and
do, and it
just being a
sucks.
New
just
Yorker, I
people
gotta
don't like
annex
them.
it. Yeah, no, it's
Yeah,
just
it
not.
sucks.
It's big
So
BX over here, so I can't really rock with it. But that one though, I may have to just wear that
it's
like with a
clean.
hoodie on,
I mean, that might even be one that, yeah,
with
there you go.
with
You cover it,
electric,
right?
with
Maybe you wear
electrician
it
tape.
backwards. Oh man, that's
Oh,
awesome.
I didn't say an honorable mention. But the honorable mention was the Dustnor D-backs. For a
Oh,
fact.
okay.
For a fact.
I'd say honorable mention for me would be the Padres.
The Pacifico
I
is
like
really
that,
nice.
and I do
Yeah.
drink Pacifico. Fair enough, fair
Yeah.
enough amount too. So it goes with it. Um, awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that brings us damn near the end of the show here.
Yeah,
See
it
if we got
should.
anything else?
We have I think we do a roast at the end of the show. I feel like it's not fitting without Wes, because Wes really brings the energy to the roast. But I would like to say a few words. I think giving flowers, obviously, to Reeyonce and just her greatness. I've gotten on my own accord when my first hat sold out, the Seattle joint. I literally probably for like 15 minutes cried in bed. Um, the the and that's I'm an emotional guy. I wear my heart on the sleeve, but it really wouldn't have been. I wouldn't have had a platform to do it without you. And I owe a lot of my success, and I've given you your flowers on multiple occasions, to you. And I think a lot of people for that have my kind of platform aren't as emotionally not outgoing. I want to say vulnerable to say these kind of things, but yeah, like Ria, it's a you hold a very very deep place in my heart, for everything that you do for this community, um, and I'll be blue in the face until I'm out of breath. We a lot of the people that are in this community owe it to you, to a lot of creators, but because you're on this platform now, I'm gonna make sure that you know that you are loved across this whole community, and we love seeing a genuine creator be in this space and show their work and do things like this and want to put themselves out more because of the love that people have showed to you. And yeah, I mean, for lack of better terms, we all love you. You always have a spot in this community, regardless if you retired or came back.
Yeah.
So yeah, I appreciate you a lot.
And I appreciate you guys for the support and all the kind words and everything like that. And like I said, like I'm always looking to like give back to the community. That's why I ran the competition in the group chat. That's why I'm like trying to, get to and try to engage more in platforms like this, because most people they buy my hats, but some people actually don't know who I am. Like I see people on the train every day that are like probably I wouldn't say like every day, but probably like I see my design on someone like probably like once a week, and they have no idea like, hey, I made that. Like, you know what I mean? Which is like a
Yeah,
wild thing, but um I would say to like you, Julian, like the way you can always pay me back is like now you pay it forward. Like if somebody wants the information, you don't gatekeep it. Like, you share it with them the same way I was willing to share it with you. Um because at the end of the day, like you don't like, and that's my biggest thing. You don't have to dim someone else's light to shine yours. So
hmm
um always pay it forward, and I think that will play like in the longevity of this whole community. And also like I don't ask for credit on anything. Like I don't care. I just want you to go out there and do it. Like I'm not looking for the the praise or anything like that. I just want people to have the same opportunity that I had. Because, like I said, Day didn't have to introduce me to Justin, and she went ahead and did it. So that's how I got put on. So that's why I tried to do the same thing, because she put me on and didn't have to when she was Day. um,
Word. That
Like,
For
ass.
sure.
that's what I'm saying. Like, just keep passing it on, and if they want to know the information, it's not going to kill you to give it to them. You don't own it. We don't own these colors. We don't own these panels. We don't. We don't. New Era owns us.
Literally.
Uh-huh.
So like,
Without New Era, this wouldn't be possible.
yeah.
Yep.
So at the end of the day, just like keep paying it forward, and if you have the opportunity to put someone on, even like, we all get, we have collabs with different stores and stuff like that. But if you have the opportunity to like create a pack and put some new people on, then do that. Like, it'll 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 just it'll bring the community. It'll continue to bring that community tighter, um, and more enjoyable. Because like, we hate the sneaker culture sometimes. We hate the streetwear culture, but I think that we can continue to keep the hat community alive if we keep reaching out to other people and helping someone else get on.
No doubt.
Evan,
Yeah.
any closing remarks while we have Miss
Yeah.
Reeyonce herself here?
Absolutely. I mean, first and foremost, thank you for being here and for spending your Saturday evening with us. Um, I always enjoyed, like Julian mentioned, having people like yourself here on the episodes because you get to hear all these cool behind the scenes stories. You get to hear about, how was the community before we even became a part of it, right? And so, to your point of carrying it forward, I know myself and I know a lot of people in the chat, especially those that you talked about their work and talked about, hey, you can improve this, or I challenge you to do this, or I really like how you did X, Y, and Z. Um, Definitely something that people do not take with a grain of salt.
Mhm.
Like, it's something that they internalize and appreciate to the fullest. So, again, we appreciate you taking your time. As always, we appreciate the chat for tuning in and for being a part of the stream here. And yeah, absolutely. Another great episode in the books. 22.
Thank you guys so
Crazy to
much
say
for
that.
having
22.
me. Thank you.
No, thank
Yeah,
you, thank you. And yeah, I
absolutely.
think I think the closing remarks is keep creating,
Mhm.
don't gatekeep.
Yeah.
All right, and yeah, keep loving this community while it's on the up and up right now. And yeah, I
And
was just about.
this weekend, be
I
on the
Tune
was
in.
lookout for my second female pack that I put together at Hat Dream. So go ahead and follow me at REEYONCE_ on Instagram and join the channel. I'm gonna keep running more competitions. I'm always looking to put on different creators. So yeah, join the channel, keep up, and hopefully you guys like this pack that I put together for some really dope women.
teacher. I have a question, teacher. Is there possibly an EA link gonna be or something of sorts that
For
I
this
can
one?
receive? Yeah, why
Yeah.
not?
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have an EA link. I'll throw it in the channel as always. To and
For
make
sure.
sure make sure the people who are in
I was
there
gonna say,
That'll be my first
yeah.
Rockies, and I love.
I was gonna say, I was like, I second that one. I second what he had to ask.
Yeah, I definitely need that, Joy, and I'm
For
very
sure.
excited to see the rest of the ladies that you culminated together, and
Yeah,
I
I'll
can't wait to
actually
see the
tell
rest of
you
the
who the
designs.
ladies are. It's Mo,
Oh yeah,
Mo, Red. You guys familiar with Red?
Yep.
And Estefania, um, short shooter stuff. She did like a
Okay.
female
Yeah.
pack I know with Renarts, probably last Women's History Month, not this one that passed, but the month, but last year. And Cass, she works over at Hat Dreams too. So like that's the pack. And I'm already working on the next one for the next group of ladies. But those are the women that will be on this next pack. So all all have their own unique way of designing, and I think you'll see that when the pictures drop.
all right,
Awesome.
all right. Well,
Excited for it.
congratulations, Beyonce.
Thank you.
To more success, to more
Yeah.
life, and that's been episode 22 of Caps Lock Pod. Appreciate you for
Thank you
joining, and
guys. Thank you so
we
much.
look forward to seeing to getting the next one on next week.
Yeah, and I look forward to seeing those colored UVs from you.
All right. Well, that's a great way to. All right. Well, see you guys later. I got some work to do, so probably better to leave now. But
All
yeah,
right.
love you guys.
Yup.
Deuces.
Catch y'all later.
All right, now we need to call Wes to end the
DM'd
live,
him
right?
to end the live.
I'm gonna call him.
and,
I'm gonna give him a.
Oh, he's here. I see him. I'm not gonna put him on the stage, but I see him.
Hey, Wes. Hey, the music.
Hey! We appreciate y'all tuning in with us today.
Dope ass
technical
fucking
episode.
Dope
but
ass episode, bro.
We did. I thought that was great. I thought it was a good
I
time.
thought that was really good.
Lots of good mocks.
Man, I love you, Evan. I can kiss you right now. The camera, if I could.
All
All right,
you too,
Wes,
buddy.
send the live, buddy.